Masturbation as training. Masturbation is one of the healthiest things you can do for your sex life. But what if I told you that 3 seemingly harmless habits might be silently sabotaging your erection strength? Now, here's where most men blow it. Mistake number 2. 90% of men get this one wrong, and it's not what you think. It's quietly rewiring your brain in ways that make real intimacy feel flat. Today, we're going to fix all 3. But before we dive in, quick favor, drop a comment below and tell me, where are you watching this from? United States, Canada, Australia, Philippines, Brazil. I love seeing this global community of men who are serious about their sexual health. Now, let's get into it. Here's what most men never hear. Masturbation is normal. The health benefits of masturbation: it's healthy, it's beneficial, it reduces stress, helps you sleep, supports prostate health, and when done correctly, it enhances your sex life with a partner. But here's the truth nobody tells you. Masturbation is also training. Every single time you do it, you're not just chasing release, you're teaching your body how to respond sexually. Your brain is a learning machine. Through neuroplasticity, it strengthens whatever patterns you repeat. So if you consistently train fast, distracted, or overstimulated, those habits don't stay in isolation. They carry straight into the bedroom. Think of it like the gym. Proper form builds strength. Sloppy form builds injury. When it comes to masturbation, getting it right means developing confidence, stamina, and control. Getting it wrong, that can contribute to premature ejaculation, erectile dysfunction, and a frustrating loss of arousal during partnered sex. So today, we're breaking down the 3 biggest mistakes men make. And mistake number 2, that's the one almost everyone misses. But we'll get there. Let's start with number 1. Mistake number 1, rushing to finish. Here's where most men blow it. They treat masturbation like a sprint, racing to finish as fast as possible. Maybe you're worried about getting caught. Maybe it's just habit now. A quick release between meetings, before bed, and the shower. But here's the problem. When you constantly ejaculate within a minute or 2, you're training your body to finish fast. You're reinforcing premature ejaculation. Here's what happens in your body. Your brain starts to believe that arousal should always be fast, explosive, and done. It creates a neurological pathway. Arousal equals rapid ejaculation. So when you're with a partner and you want to slow down, take your time, enjoy the moment, your body doesn't know how. It falls back on what it's been trained to do. This creates a vicious cycle. You finish too soon, you feel embarrassed. That embarrassment triggers anxiety. The anxiety makes the problem worse, and eventually, even your erection can start to disappear. Here's the fix. Slow down. Turn the sprints into a marathon. Set aside a private, uninterrupted time. Make the goal exploration, not ejaculation. Learn to control your arousal. Get close to the point of no return, then back off. Let the intensity settle. Build it again. This technique is called edging, and it's how you teach your body stamina. You're taking back control. You're proving to yourself that you're in charge, not your reflexes. So that's rushing fixed. Now here's where it gets uncomfortable. Slowing down trains stamina, but without addressing mistake number 2, you're leaving 70% of the benefit on the table. Most men do the first mistake and wonder why intimacy still feels off. Here's why. The next mistake is quietly rewiring your brain. Let me explain. Mistake number 2, relying on pornography. Think of porn like junk food for your brain. It's hyperstimulating, convenient, and exciting. But over time, it does real damage. When you only get aroused from watching porn, your brain adapts. It starts needing more novelty, more intensity, more extremes just to feel the same spark. This leads to desensitization. Real-life touch, real intimacy, a real partner, they just don't hit the same anymore. You might love your partner, you might find them attractive, but your brain is hooked on a screen. Here's what's happening. Pornography floods your brain with dopamine. That's your reward chemical. But when you repeatedly spike dopamine artificially, your brain downregulates its receptors. It's called tolerance. You need more stimulation to feel the same high. This leads to what's now called porn-induced erectile dysfunction, PIDE. Your brain has been trained to respond to pixels, not people. And here's what most men don't realize. Chronic porn use doesn't just desensitize your brain, it can disrupt your testosterone production. Studies show that men with compulsive porn habits often have lower levels of zinc, vitamin D, and magnesium. These three nutrients are the foundation of testosterone synthesis. When they're depleted, your body struggles to produce the hormones needed for strong erections and arousal. So, while you're trying to quit porn for your brain, you're also protecting your testosterone. Two birds, one stone. You're comparing a home-cooked, meaningful connection to a fast food dopamine hit, and the real thing loses. Here's the fix: a digital detox. Stop outsourcing your arousal. Start using your imagination. Yes, it'll be harder at first. Your brain is used to shortcuts. But the more you practice using memory, fantasy, sensation, the more responsive your brain becomes. If you need a stepping stone, try erotic literature or audio content. These engage the mind without the intense visual overstimulation. Now I know what you're thinking. How long will this take? Here's the science. Your dopamine system begins resetting in 30 days. By 6 weeks, most men report stronger erections and better arousal with a partner. And here's the good news. You don't need to quit masturbation completely. Studies using acceptance and commitment therapy show that 92% of men reduce porn use after just 12 sessions. It's not about willpower. It's about rewiring your brain with the right support. Quick question. Have you tried quitting porn before but felt like you failed? Type yes if you've been there. Type N if this is completely new territory. I'm asking because what I'm about to share in mistake number 3 changes everything. This is the physical piece most men completely overlook, and it's why recovery stalls. All right, you've slowed down, you've addressed the screen. Now here's the final piece, and this one is sneaky because it feels like it doesn't matter, but it does. Mistake number 3 is about repetition, and it's killing your responsiveness. Mistake number 3, repetition and the death grip. The third common mistake is doing the same thing every single time. Same hand, same grip, same pressure, same position, usually lying down, often with a tight, rigid hold. Here's the problem. This creates a narrow arousal script. It conditions your body to respond only to that specific type of stimulation. Your grip, your pressure, your environment becomes a template. So, when you're with the partner and the sensation is different, softer, wetter, slower, your brain says, this isn't it, and your arousal drops. You've trained your body to need a 10 out of 10 intensity, and now a real-life 8 feels flat. This is frustrating. You want to enjoy sex, but your body keeps waiting for the exact sensation it's been trained on, and when it doesn't come, you lose the moment. Here's the fix. Become an explorer. Introduce variety into your solo sessions. Use your non-dominant hand. Change positions. Try sitting, standing, lying on your back. Add a lubricant to reduce friction and ease your grip. The goal is to teach your body to be responsive to many types of stimulation. That flexibility makes real-life sex far more enjoyable. It prevents loss of sensation or arousal when conditions change. That's variety. Now, speaking of real-life conditions, there's one more thing most men completely skip, and it causes anxiety the moment they need it most. Bonus tip: practice with condoms. Many men report feeling off when using a condom, reduced sensation, increased anxiety, difficulty staying hard. Here's the solution. Practice with condoms during solo sessions. Try different brands, sizes, textures, until you find one that feels natural. That way, when you're with a partner, it's already part of your rhythm, not an interruption, not a moment of panic, just part of the experience. This simple step removes so much unnecessary stress. Now, listen carefully. If you've tried everything and still feel stuck, consider reaching out to a therapist trained in acceptance and commitment therapy or cognitive behavioral therapy. These approaches have large proven effects on breaking compulsive porn use and rebuilding healthy sexual patterns. You're not weak, you're not broken, you're dealing with a dopamine system issue, and that's fixable with the right help. Your brain is a learning machine. What it learned, it can unlearn. What it trained wrong, it can retrain. Masturbation isn't the enemy. Poor habits are, and today you just learned how to fix them. You're already ahead of most men just by being here. If this helped you, hit the like button. It helps this message reach more men who need it. And if you want nonsense, medically accurate advice on male performance, intimacy, and hormones, subscribe and turn on notifications. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these 3 habits do you recognize in your own life? Be honest. Drop a comment below. Mistake 1, rushing. Mistake 2, porn reliance. Mistake 3, death grip. Or all 3. I'll be reading every single